series has been the gift that keeps on giving as we're going to map 3, which will be on Ascent. Baltimore here alongside with Baby Bay and Sean Garrison. Let's just go ahead and jump right into this and talk about the individual madness that we witnessed from all of these players on EDG. Sean, it really just feels like at any point in time, these 5 players can find success. It is staggering.
To make Mimi proud, Edward is indeed gaming.
Indeed, Edward is gaming.
This is insane. From every player on this team, the individual performances to carry them through on this map. I don't think I've seen a team with more mechanical skills. Starting off right here, a 1-on-4 with a ghost.
This was
from
so
Showers. This, in hindsight, this was so important for EDG's success in this first half. They were running up against a brick wall.
Yeah, and don't forget too, Brendan Seidger was saying, I don't think you want to invest the orbital strike into this, and he was like, nah, I got another plan.
Well, wait, the very next round. The very next round. Chi-Chu is like, it's my turn. And he gets flanked actually in this moment. He just whips around and
He
just
headshots him.
I can't even.
Like, it's so crazy to watch them play because you never think they're out of a round. Even in like a 3-on-5, a 2-on-4.
Yeah.
Have you seen a team like this, Baby?
I mean, I think PRX is like the only thing close to this, no? Like, I mean, they're the only other team that we've
Fnatic as
seen.
well, probably. Well, today,
Yeah, I guess Fnatic
I
too.
think it's like, well, when I think of Fnatic, I think of like just amazing team play. And like, yeah, they're individually great, but
Structure.
like, they don't need to get there half the time, right? But over here, it's like, they're just going blow for blow, and their mechanical skill is crazy. I mean, this clip too of Kong and U-Haul, just absurd, dude. His movement, everything. Like, look at he peeks the guy and whiffs the first shot, hits that shot, and then he's like, nah, I'm not missing twice, bro. I never miss twice, and I don't think he ever does miss twice.
He never misses twice. I mean, like, he is so fast. And look at this. Look at this. I mean, Ryan drops a smoke.
Who needs a shorty?
So that way he could get out of Showers.
Who needs a shorty?
Nah, I'm going in the smoke with the off, and I'm killing you with a no-scope.
Everyone else has got shorties in the smoke. Meanwhile, Concon's just living there with the knob, just waiting for someone to come on in, man. That is just wild stuff. But you want to know what's even more wild is the fact that the player that probably nobody was talking about is nobody. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Look at these stats, man. Yeah, this kid he's cracked out. He's hitting everything. I mean, I think it's like headshot percentage is like some wild number 2. He doesn't miss a shot at times.
Yeah,
man.
He has an over 30% headshot on both maps. It's absurd. That means he's just literally just aimbotting, honestly. Like I think normally when people have a good game, it's around like 20, 20 to 30. This guy's just in the high 30s this last game, and he's just getting collats, and it's just absurd.
Yeah, we were talking about it, and we saw the headshot percentage. We're like, what is it? And they said 36. We're like, recount it. It has to be higher.
It feels like it's higher.
It feels like it's higher. It feels like the math is wrong here.
It might be, man, because it really does genuinely feel like the bullets that come out of his Vandal magnetize to the face of his opponent.
And it's crisp.
It really
so
is.
crisp.
Yeah, and also, though, I have to say, we're giving a lot of love to EDG, but Giants also. I thought that the playbook ran out at a certain point, Sean, and I was so wrong because Giants were able to just will themselves back into this game with some really smart plays as well.
I'm so glad the replays caught that second to last round with the orbital strike on the back of the site, blocking the rotate. Smoggy's left outside of the site. Haodong is separated, has to go into the site. The shots from that moment on were insane.
Yeah.
Like the form that Giants are in right now, I mean, we were also talking, I feel bad for whoever's about to lose map 3.
Yeah.
I feel like these teams both deserve to win based on what I'm seeing.
They're both playing so phenomenal.
Couldn't agree more.
This map 3 is going to be a banger of one. If we've seen anything so far, every game has been close.
You know, though, I'm genuinely curious as to what we're going to see composition-wise here. If they try to do something a little different, if they stick to the box standard of what we've seen on Ascent in the past. Like, if there's a team to do it, it could be EDG, but I don't know.
Very well could be EDG, right? We've seen them bust out some crazy comps before. I think on Ascent, teams typically play close to the vest. And EDG, even though they are known to get a little bit crazy on comps, most of them are pretty tame. I'm not gonna lie, like they just play them at such a high level and allow their players to have tons of freedom.
Interesting little detail here as I'm circling through the stats and trying to see. I don't think EDG's shown us Ascent since a while, as a matter of fact. I looked through the Chinese qualifier, didn't play Ascent. Looked at Tokyo, didn't play Ascent either, unless, you know, your boy's on one.
Right.
I genuinely have no idea what they could potentially bust out here.
So I think they played it against Billy, and yeah, they just ran the standard. Yeah, they ran the standard comp right here. It looks like so. Just Sova, KO, Jet, Omen, Killjoy.
Yes.
And I would imagine, Giants are going to fall into something similar.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be defaults across the board, but I am just excited, just as I'm sure the crowd is excited to see Kong on that Jet. We've been waiting.
Let's go.
We've been waiting, man.
We have been waiting. We have been patiently waiting for a while. Could it be the X Factor here? But I have to think, Fitino, man,
yeah.
he's on one today as well. So genuinely, the chips can land anywhere, and I'm satisfied. This has been excellent.
This is going to be an amazing dessert for the main course we just had. They saved the best for last. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Okay, so we're about to go into agent select.
So let's see what we get from the Prime Gaming agent select here. As we get ready for Ascent, map 3. I'm sure everyone here at the Shrine's on pins and needles anticipating what we're going to end up getting as we jump into the action. And I know that these players have to be feeling the pressure here because map 3 is a tough one. And here we go.
The first map we get these mirrors.
Yep. Good old
I'm so
Ascent
excited
mirror.
right now. I'm so excited right now.
Yeah, honestly, I want the mirrors. I want them. After what we saw in the first 2 maps, I just feel like there's so much compositional differences between these teams and how they play. And now we get to see them duke it out on Ascent with the mirror comps. A map that both of these teams probably know how to play at a super high level, right? It's going to be so many little micro plays. And everyone in the server has had insane micro plays. Obviously, you remember the EDG ones, but Giants has also been great in those situations.
Absolutely. And I just have one question for you, Sean. How do you think nobody will perform now that he's not on Sky and able to make those crazy plays that he was doing? Because he was pretty much in their face a lot of the rounds that we've seen so far on both maps.
Dude, I don't think the util matters. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I don't think the util matters. He still pops off.
All right, well, this is it. Shrine, can we please make some noise for map 3 as we get ready for this? Let's send it back over to Brennan Sideshow.
This series has lived up to the expectations, I think, that we set for it, man. I mean, the opening matchup between these two teams, one of the opening matches of Group A as well, and we have just seen such a treat in terms of just, real oversight, in terms of just them putting in the prep work at the setups, but also just unbelievable plays. I mean, from top to bottom, EDG, they always dazzle, don't they?
They certainly do. They're one of the most fun teams to watch at the moment, and Giants are looking like one of the most prepped teams in the tournament. This has been a phenomenal battle spanning 2 maps so far that separated just by a razor's edge. We're about to head into our pistol for Ascent here. We haven't seen these teams play this map in a long time. No clue what the form is going to look like, how good they are really here compared to the top teams in the world. Giants look like they want to put pressure in mid to start things. Or maybe some kind of trap play off the alarm bot by the look of it, maybe. Yeah, it's going to be paranoia off the alarm bot contact towards Catwalk. And Kang has just bought classic armor and double smokes, which indicates they want to go for a pop on A to me.
Howdong's holding his own paranoia as a response to this, almost like they're realizing it. Yes, they do. They just absolutely intentionally wandered into the trap here. Util being used though, Cloud trying to hold it close to the corner. And the damage almost done here, but it's left up to Howdong. He grabbed 2. You hear the footsteps. Spike in his hand. He is fully blinded up.
I took out one of his eyes.
He can hear it now. Close, down. Where's the trade? Not in sight. Howdong. Red Bull clutch to start things off.
That was one of the most explosive pistols that you're going to get on Ascent. It's a great idea by both teams. How EDG got the read that there was going to be some kind of trap towards Catwalk, I have no idea. But the paranoia being prepped for that area of the map is not common. So Howdong gets value there in terms of neutralizing the trap play, and also gets 4 kills in the round, and another 1v2 that EDG win. After Cloud had done so much. EDG have 4 Bulldogs and a Marshal onto Kong here.
It'll take some names.
Soften them up, finish them off.
Absolutely. Firing off the warning shots.
I suppose the only silver lining for Giants really is that Howdong's ultimate, of all of the ones that you could build on EDG, you're not that mad about it.
Sure, yeah.
Right, you don't really care if the attackers have Omen ult that much. Whereas if it goes on any of the others, it's a bit of a disaster.
I agree. Breather in this round, honestly, with the Just eke around by Giants. Set our sights. Desk was talking about it. The Kang Jet versus Vitinho in terms of that head-to-head. Vitinho has been lights out. If there's anyone that's been able to put a stop to this guy, it has been Vitinho playing, but we're going to see that really manifest and take shape over the course of this final map.
I completely agree. Vitinho's been playing fantastically so far in this. He was electric on both of the maps that we've seen so far. In terms of his utility usage, the way that he's kind of creating space for his teammates, it's all been excellent on Raze.
One enemy remaining.
He's gonna have to bring it to go toe-to-toe here.
Where the last is, Hoodie. Too many chances. As I say that. Kang who falls. Nobody after him. Crouched up. You are giving chances here. With the spike planted, all it's going to do is damage. Round is already won. It's just teasing us. No way, man! Oh my!
Oh, going for the knife there is just so silly. That throws away a bulldog. But what does it matter?
Yeah.
The entertainment factor always going to be there for EDG.
Not a care.
So now Vitinho gets full armor and a Vandal to come into the next round. We'll take a look at this moment once more. What is Smoggy going for there? In the Jet head-to-head, though, Vitinho has had 2 chances to make it to a big tournament before, an international tournament, squandered. This time, the third has worked out. And at the moment, he's playing like he really wants to make the most of this opportunity, this final chance at being able to be here and take on the best in the world. In terms of having that head-to-head matchup, you don't get too much better than Kang on the Jet. We'll have to see what Vitinho's got. He's all the way back in spawn at the moment.
Yeah.
Just jump spotting.
A hell of a final boss to run into for your opening match.
Certainly is.
Oh my. Well, deep angle down towards the middle of the map, Vitinho. Trying to get it set up here. Cloud using a drone. Decent tag. Yeah,
What
and there's
a
an
shot.
opening. That is nasty stuff. Cut to the corner. Flash, but no push off of this. It's not going to be breaking at the alarm bot. They want to regain this Vandal.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal way of opening the Jet head-to-head. Now nobody has that Vandal. And he really has been the player that's been popping off more than anyone on EDG. Little recon dart inside the smoke, wondering if anyone could be there. And this indicates to Giants that a B-split is incoming.
Anchoring players though, Rhyme and Cloud. Dart is impeccable there from Cloud as well. It pushes them back just for a split second as well. It's buying time for some form of rotations happening. Vitinho in the smoke, just avoiding it. The shots went so damn wide here. Need to clear this one out, but again, there's a brawl onto the side. Vitinho seeking to reposition. Chichu has got it there.
This is a
12 seconds. It's all over the place. Plant has to go down now. The chance to flip back in here for Giants. It needs to be holding this angle. Nobody does. Doing it just like that.
And I think Sean's right. It doesn't matter about the utility. Doesn't matter what Ancient nobody's playing.
Yeah, forget about it. It's
He's
an
just-
FPS game.
You get shot, you die.
Exactly. You get shot, you lose the round. What an opener here. I mean, yeah, okay.
Specifically, it's the kills, though, into the back site. I mean, they have a couple of players anchoring. It's Cloud and Rhyme, and usually they are so good for it. Hits coming through into B, Cloud holds his ground and delivers. And yet this time, EDG just overwhelmed them and set themselves up for a monumental bonus, especially considering that was a 4v5 where they didn't have the best weaponry.
Oh, yeah.
That's
at
a
it
round
now.
that,
I mean,
again, Giants are going to be kicking themselves for, but there have been so many moments like that across this series where it feels like Giants should win and EDG muscle their way through.
the bank is booming. EDG. Creeping and crawling. Deeper into mid. Cloud
Here.
doesn't hold the angle. Pushed away now. He can hear the approach. The dash is active with a paranoia. That's going to cut its way all the way through here. Kang. What do you set your sights on to? Into the spawn. Dash to get away and a back and around here. EDG looking to try and make their mark and take control of the site here. Still deep into the smokes. Vitinho has to back away. Anchoring at the back is Cloud. They haven't dealt with him, but with reload in sight, yeah, that's heard by nobody, and he seeks to punish almost immediately.
Hardon gets
gonna be
clamped
there.
down. Smoggy taking duels in mid. There's no real chance of danger in this round unless Smoggy overfaces or goes for a knife kill again. This is going to be a spectacular start to the attack side on Ascent from EDG.
Yeah.
And Golden Boy brought it up on the desk, actually. We don't have a great idea about where EDG matches up on this map compared to the best teams in the world. They haven't played it for a long time. It's been May, the last time that they played this against Billy Billy Gaming. That's not in the most recent tournament series. So, despite the fact that, you know, they're coming out here, it makes sense, everybody's on good rolls, Cancan Jet, etc., there's always some questions about where it lies in their map pool. Is Ascent one of their best, one of their weakest, somewhere in the middle? At the moment, they're on fire individually to an extent where I think anything almost would be working.
Standing ahead.
Take a look at the buy in this round. Vitinho purchasing the operator. I was paying close attention to the pings on the map as well. EDG were just dotting out the common positions that an operator player could be playing in. So that's their approach now, just trying to spot out where it could be. That's what the smoke was for onto Cat. They did ping a little bit deeper into Market. It's a wide open sight line.
And Vitinho's going for the rotate.
Oh my God, the timing on that.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that was based off. Maybe just not seeing anything for the first 30 seconds.
They've creeped all the way up.
Is there a chance that Cloud goes for some kind of wild ult play off this alarm bot contact? Surely not.
Flash.
He's going to drone out
So,
B main instead.
Yeah,
Just
droning
playing
out
this
to
very
clear it.
standard.
It's very standard at that. EDG, good approach here into the mid-round, but with 40 seconds left, I mean, they break the alarm bot to keep Giants guessing. They do have a fantastic hold, though. Look at these defensive holds right now. Two players, as soon as the ult lets rip, Rhyme was holding his paranoia. It's going to bog them down, isn't it? Hoodie's still close to the corner as well, looking for a bit more, but Util cleans him up. And Vitinho,
He missed the shot.
yep, taking a peek from top there onto Heaven. He will fall. It was confirmed on the other side of things. Attack. Dodging. Here's a Hunter's Fury. Trying to deny a bit more. Cloud, a real heavy investment to this. Needs to get some damage done. Needs to kill, but he does not get it. Another plan can come through. Is there anything else off of this? Doesn't look like it.
The recon is great there for stopping Giants taking a timing through the smoke as the plant was being played.
This is brutal. I mean, Giants invested. They don't really have any util at all. Smoke, one way. Cuts off the turret. Someone else has to take contact. Flash. Push them away. Comes from Smoggy. Spamming into the wall. It just feels so unlikely that Giants could win this. Leave it to Nuki. And time yet is becoming an issue. Drops down, wins that fight out. Almost claims a second. Not enough bullets and not enough time. It's racing against him, but with the classic right click.
He's got it!
He's done it.
Still with 3 seconds around to play with. I mean, that is just so well done by Nuki.
And a necessary one at that. Red Bull clutch. The entire time I'm thinking, there's no way in hell they can get into that, but Nuki, sheer heroics, brute force, whatever you want to call it, grounds them the round when they needed it. If you lose that, you're set back with the economy once more. But Cloud just invested his Hunter's Fury.
Yeah.
Juju's got his ult. He's got the lockdown. They wouldn't have had any response to this. This would have been a snowballed half.
Yeah, this would have been an absolute tragedy had Nuki not been able to pull this off. And even with him winning the round, it only keeps them in it. You know, it's not like they immediately start the momentum going back the other way and EDG are on an eco. It's just going to be a very even round coming up again.
But huge, nevertheless.
Specifically, I think the point that you raised there about Chishu having a bit of a free ultimate is a really interesting one. You see the spike hovering around the kind of gelato top mid area that Haodong's got. He always has his ultimate if they want to go for any fast pivot play, but I feel like, plan B or maybe even plan C here could just be to shove a lockdown. You see the ping actually on the map, but that's more for Haodong to try and take a main control with Chishu. They're going to swap it over and go for the lockdown play.
There's a lockdown. Nothing to remove this one now. You have to respect it. Clear out the site. No commands.
Yeah, used by Hoodie to stop the follow-up.
He is tucked into the corner here. It's a high-low setup, but again, you use the no command. It points out exactly where you are. He's getting spammed in the midst of all of this. Kang trying to take the fight up towards him. Into Heaven. EDG starting to find it real difficult to get through this one, and it leaves it just down to Chichu. 37 seconds. Doesn't anticipate that angle.
Well held by Giants there. 2 incredibly important rounds just when they needed them. One through heroics, and one through reading the game, anticipating the threats. Look at the angle that Vitinho is holding there. He's so aware that grass has been given up, the tree, all of that area is a threat. And I love the ult as well from Hoodie. Yes, it doesn't necessarily stop the lockdown, but it does stop the after effects of it, of the people spilling through the choke point, of the utility that's going to fire through in waves onto the A site.
Great answer.
The attack side up from CanCan, though, is always a danger. Shock dart there from Nobody, looking to try and remove any nanoswarms that are going to be at the front of B. Instead, Nuki's set up for a lane crunch, so if you get through B and try and get down there, it's rough.
Operators. Who takes stuff short? I mean, it's all for Tinio. He didn't have to adjust.
That's 2 rounds now where he's got really critical operator kills.
We talked about that Jet head-to-head. The desk was talking about it.
It should favor the Jet on the defensive side when it comes to Ascent.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not necessarily that Fatinho is just Jet diffing at this point. He's on the more favorable angles. He's going to be able to get set up with the Sova utility a lot of the time too.
Definitely important though.
But yeah, you got to get going.
I wonder what the play is here, honestly. 40 seconds. You really choose to commit into this. Howdong is just attempting to fake presence over towards A. Deep paranoia. This is a beautiful ult by Rhyme. Clears out all of A main, and now know that this is a fake. They can still stick to anchoring this one. Howdong sticks the TP inside of Bauhaus. Is spammable. He takes a fight to him. Fatinho. He's quick with the trade and confirms it. Doesn't get the second. Over the top though. Almost gets his head taken clean off.
Cloud though fails once more in terms of anchoring the site. Needs Rhyme to bail him out.
Just push it all the way into it as a Hunter's Fury. Updraft, Fatinho dodging, holding it close to the corner here. Anything to set them up and give them a bit more space. Chichu wins the fight. It was a wide swing and wider face at that. Hoodie falling. Chichu and Nobody have to anchor towards the back. They don't have space anywhere else. Fatinho is low. Paranoia. Excellent. But what a shot by Nobody. And Rhyme would have to be amazing. An incredible flick. It's brought it to a 1v1. One smoke available. Into the back here, Nobody, still with the dart. It's not good, it does tag. Gets him off, location revealed. Everything is done by Nobody.
The back-to-back shots from Nobody and then from Rhyme were unbelievable there. But Nobody played that situation immaculately. The recon dart is perfect. Onto Boathouse, front side. And Rhyme can't swing to break it. I mean, he can't flick his crosshair away. He's so concerned that Nobody's just going to go for the swing. Especially with how aggressive Nobody has played over the course of this game. And in the end, the utility does the trick. So many critical duels won there by EDG to convert that round. So many moments where it could have gone the opposite way. And yet the skill prevails.
Drone clearing out a little bit towards mid. Does Nobody spot the alarm bot? Out of range, I think. Is a paranoia though. What was that off?
Wow, that is a big paranoia for them to just click outwalk for a moment there. Are they trying to drive people into B? And Nuki's got his lockdown, but he's not really in position to do too much with it. Feels like trying to drive people into Fatinho, and Fatinho is going to have a chance off alarm bot contact. He might even swing further, but there's a smoke in his face.
He's readjusting now to positioning here. It's a lockdown use in response.
That's just going to force people faster into Cloud.
Yep, into the back of the site. Cloud has got so much more to do here. All the way through with the right click. It's CanCan.
He just keeps getting overwhelmed.
Takes him out, operator there. And he's locked down the sight lines. Crucially, EDG, they do not have good post-plan control. Nothing in B main. They are all corralled and collected up onto the site. Flash sailed over the top there. Hoodie's not going to have that now. The Giants are finding it really difficult to even get into this one. Look at them, they're still worried about B main.
I don't see how you win this if you're Giants. I mean, Hoodie might as well send it because he's only got a stinger, but the others, they kind of need this weaponry to mount any kind of defense on this map.
You've got to save the op, and they do not. Crumbling.
It's only Hoodie that's going to save anything. He's managed to go for the upgrade, stinger for a Vandal, but that's done. The Giants have a glaring problem right now, and it's hard anchoring the B site. Howdong's paranoia was fantastic. It caught onto Cloud, and he was stuck in the back site. Hoodie not even allowed the Vandal.
If you're not a good shot, the
Giants cannot hold on to B. And I feel like that's such a strange decision for them to set up the defense in this way, because the lockdown doesn't force you to break it. It doesn't funnel you towards where the Killjoy and the Jet are playing. It pushes you towards Cloud, who's been a bit of a weakness for them. And like I say, a really unusual one. Usually Cloud is going to stand and deliver on the B site. He likes to tuck himself behind the box instead of Boathouse and just delete people as they're swinging lane. We've seen it so often during the regular season in EMEA. And yet, for what reason today, be it the pace, the utility, the skill of the EDG players, Giants cannot hold on to that site. And already, this is a devastating defense half.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly the emotion going on in Kang's head right now. He's like, all right, we had a bit of a sweat on split and on bind, but this is smooth sailing now on Ascent.
It really should be. The attack side already putting up 6 rounds, looking like you're in the driving seat once more, forcing out this timeout. The money's not good. Not for Giants. It's going to be an even further lead that's cemented.
Getting up to 7 on the attack side after winning this anti-eco.
That's insane.
How are Giants going to be able to respond?
Yeah.
They need something now off Fatinho's Blade Storm. And it looks like Cloud's going to set up a recon dart here. Some kind of paranoia play, a flash up over the top from Hoodie. This is going to be fast, aggressive, all set up for Fatinho to find a pick onto Shishu.
So all eyes on Fatinho. Paranoia does go through here. Dash forwards. Alarmbot catching him. Deleted though. It's nobody. Holding a bit further back. They are ready.
It's such fantastic positioning. It's just impossible to get punished.
Hey up. Push into mids. Caught into the corner here. Smoggy needs some help to try and get out, and help has arrived. Precarious as it is. It's nobody just running and cutting through the smokes.
Oh, that's
Hoodie.
That's absurd from Hoodie.
Ripped off Haodong's head. It's a 2v3. Needed something. I mean, Lord knows what's going on. It's a modern art abstraction piece with the smokes layer down here. 2 versus 1. Chichu wasn't expecting this. The only blessing for him is that no weapons are really retrievable, but he does not know where these players are. And the spike out wide, spots a shoulder. Can't win a fight out. Hoodie just waiting for it, isn't he? There's it. Oh my!
What a shot.
Insane. Sets it up.
Hoodie and Cloud were throwing utility for Fatinho to potentially win the round at the start there. And instead, it's the two of them that end up landing Sheriff shots that convert. MasterCard thrifty for Giants, reminiscent of one that we had on Bind actually too, where it's pure Sheriffs that get all of the work done. You see how skilled these Giants players can be in moments where the opportunities are offered to them.
To say they needed that is an understatement. It was looking awful. But it's got the money back up. A chance in this round.
6-6, still the best case scenario for Giants, and that's going to require them to get 3 on the trot.
Look at him, deep onto the angle. As soon as he hears a drone, he's not messing around.
He's Garpers.
Yeah, he's out of there. He wants none of it.
That 0.0 actually really crucial too. It caught onto Cloud. So I think they've got some idea that they wanted to drone Fatinho back on the angle.
This angle. Smoke is good from Kang.
Well, this is interesting. The lockdown clears out grass, but Nuki's got utility over there, so they're not worried about this. They can focus purely on the aspect of the B split.
Beautiful angle for Cloud, but he doesn't win his fight out there. Alarmbot dropped down. Fatina's going to be calling this one. And there is the util finally cleared out towards Cat.
Cover going out.
Don't have that waiting for them. This is dangerous. Rhyme TP out into the open ever so slightly, but he does escape and still comes down to the anchoring players. It's been a sore spot. Giants really hold on now because EDG are coming, knocking at the door. They want to try and take this site right here, right now. And it's still...
It's the same story once again. The Giants anchors on B just can't find anything.
30 seconds left.
Cloud only had 5 HP, wasn't confident enough to be able to hold a proper angle, or even jiggle particularly in case he caught a bit of damage through the wall. And because he's not holding, Rhyme's got a paranoia in hand and doesn't know that someone's already on site.
Gotta see adjustments for Giants.
They just can't hold on to B, and I think at this point, Brent, the damage is already done.
Yeah.
EDG get up to 7, one way or another. We thought it was going to be the anti-eco. Instead, it's a mid to B split. But at this point, even if Giants were able to make the adaptation, I mean, look at that. They're just already on them by the time they can do anything about it. What is a response here that Giants can even cook up? I mean, one of the things might be to play Fatinho really aggressively towards B main, use your Sova utility to post him on deep lines, so that at least he's going to be able to backstab potentially the players that are flooding through mid.
One of the problems right now is that Fatinho just has to respect a lot of the util coming his way, right?
Yeah.
You saw the drone in the last one. I mean, he was just running. If he has another player playing there, something to break the dart, the drone, maybe he can still hold on to that space.
One of the other options is just to play full B retake. You know, you could set Nucky up with some kind of killjoy setup that's just designed to, you know, melt them as they go down lane, which is something that we've seen Nucky run before, and then not have anybody actually anchoring B. Because at the moment, they can't stop it. It's just overwhelming from EDG. And this round is not going to be a good indication of the adjustments because they've got no weaponry.
Hitting it straight down, Fatinho. He attempts to relieve that pressure. Cloud again towards the back of the side. He can't nail it. Not with the Sheriffs. Still sailing. Beautiful flash! Unbelievable!
It's the Sheriffs! It's the Sheriffs again!
The setup there from Hoodie, the peak timing of Cloud, finally some support, and finally a way to defend this site.
Well, if Giants are able to escape here with a 5-7 half, admittedly, not the best in the world defending Ascent, but considering how this has looked and how lost they've been with the defense on B, that would be magical for them. That flash, a really common one that we've seen for at least a year for different KO players. But it feels like the first time that they've actually been able to sync that up and have Hoodie in the right spot and Cloud able to swing off it. A last chance here for Giants to make this acceptable. And for EDG, they kind of deserve 8 based on how they're playing. They've just had a couple of slip-ups with these lighter buys from Giants.
Yeah. Grouped up. 0 points going to spot them here. They're going to use an old commando to try and get themselves into the side. Kang. What an entry. Not messing around. Hunter's Fury versus Hunter's Fury. It's sent flying onto either side of things as well. Beaming Smoggy down, dropping into his knees, in the smokes, weaving. It's left to right. Hoodie still surviving, and the team helping him out. Knives for Kang. Wants to try and equalize it, but there it is. Damage done enough to at least get the one, but Giants have just won it. Overwhelming presence. The reinforcements arrive. 5-7. That's where we stand.
That is an incredible half from Giants. Considering the place that we were at, where it looked like EDG were unstoppable, that is a very good recovery.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Let's hear what Adesh has to say all about that.
Oh, a whole lot, because that was a great half, really, from both teams. And I do agree with Brendan Sideshow there. It felt as if it was going to be EDG running away with it, baby, but instead we see Giants managing to bring this one back.
Yeah, it definitely could have gotten out of hand. I mean, I thought it was going to get there at some point because you win pistol, you win bonus, on attack Ascent, you're like, wow, we're chilling right now. But the fact that Giants is sticking in this right now and showing us some life and adapting in those last couple rounds and bringing it back to like a almost even half is really good for them.
Yeah, very impressive stuff there. But also what was impressive was seeing the individual play yet again shine for EDG. Got to go to Haldong as well as nobody here, Sean.
This is crazy. This opening pistol, the counter blind. They sense the mid push coming in, so he blinds it out. He flanks from inside A. And the actual goal of him to stay here and take the 1-on-2 in the most unexpected way. And then later on, we have, this is the bonus they want, right? Nobody's form throughout this tournament is through the roof, right? I don't think I've seen him put up a performance like this ever. But the way he just positions himself in a high-low with the player that plays Sight, this is so smart. And you asked, you know, would he have impact on this Sova? Bro, I swear, the util does not matter.
He's just getting better and better every map. It's absurd.
That is unfair when, like, the util doesn't matter, but no, they're just shooting. They're just hitting. Actually, there's been a lot of stress, actually, I think, on the server. But also, no one's feeling the stress more than Coach Pipson. Because my guy is going to have permanent handprints on his face at this point with the way that things are going. Whether they win or lose, by the way. That's what's more absurd, Sean. You know a little bit about this, right?
Dude, my man's probably aging like 50 years right now. Like, this is so stressful.
It's like the duality of man, you know?
He's just looking like me in ranked games, bro. Like, that's how I am, bro. Like, seeing things I can't believe. I'm like, what is going on, man?
Oh, man. Well, all right. Well, enough of the funnies. Let's get back to business and send it over to Brendan Sideshow.
I mean, this series has just been an absolute heater, beginning to end, even throughout. And hopefully we get treated with a competitive second half here for our final map. Pistol round on the horizon. Heavy group up of EDG. 3 players heading over towards B. Howdong really just with Smoggy to try and hold back A, and Giants have no intention of just rushing into things.
No, they've got a bit of a setup here towards B, actually. EDG on the pistol, an alarm bot contact, and Kang tucked in the corner, with a couple players ready to bail him out if there is a lot of B main pressure. And at the moment, that's where the spike is, so anticipating that this setup from EDG actually might find some action. Giants continue to play with a lot of respect at the start of these rounds.
Here they go.
But here it is.
Yeah, creeping. No sound being made. Slowly onto the angle. They see the alarm bot.
Oh, they back up right in time for the recon dart to be broken. That's really nice awareness from Giants. As soon as they spotted the alarm bot, they knew that there was going to be some kind of play made off it.
Dash was wasted by Kang. Smoggy. Oh, still holding it. The paranoia missed. Here's to the side. 0-point nade as well. Drop down. He needs to hold on to this angle over towards A main because he is feeling, again, the squeeze, the pressure, the heat. It's all there, flooding all the way through into tree, dropping down. Howdong's there, right clicks, left clicks, not doing it for the second.
3v3.
Damage. Definitely being done here. Healthy players for EDG on this pistol, but there's a smoke in their face. They want to try and get through this one. Spamming through. Where's the util? Nobody has the dart. Waiting for it. Lets it fly. Broken though, dropping down. They need to remove these players for Tinio. Still standing it. Can't hit the shot. Still rattled all the way. The final bullet apparently does it.
And Fatinho, the jet that's going up against Kang here, finding a 4K to be able to win the pistol round when his team is down, looking to try and bring things even at 7-7. He has been a monster today. On an individual level, sometimes Giants feels like they live or die by this guy's form. And recently, during almost every map in LCQ, I think there was only one map of Pearl where it looked like Fatinho wasn't quite in the game. Aside from that, the last month he's just been sublime.
That pistol round should bring us 7-7. Say should. A lot of expectations going amiss in some of these rounds. Actually spending a lot of money on this one. Oh boy.
Well, there it goes, in the bin immediately.
Yeah.
900 credits, that's all he's got left.
Might play a part a bit later.
I mean, you're really looking at the others to drop him an operator. I think it's not going to be Kang specifically who buys it. They'll get one of the sugar daddies that he's playing with to fund his career, you know?
Yeah. That's my reaction. What is bro saying? Flash
This eco round does not look like it's got too much to it, though, Bren.
No, it doesn't. But they are stacking the right location. EDG, dart against the wall. It's going to push them back in a wave, but now there's a flash. They just wait it out. Here's the presence. Watchful eyes onto the smoke here. Nade flushes them out into the open. Easy collection of kills. Door shut in his face. So Chichu, not much to do here. Will be most likely a flawless round. Not quite. Spoke too soon.
So Giants looking like they're going to take this one fairly cleanly. Still with Cloud having a ton of money to be able to buy up into the next for Fatinho. So this is going to have a lot of weaponry behind it on this bonus round. And the moments where Giants have the opportunity to dig into their strat book, this is where they can look really dangerous. I mean, Fatinho's not even going to require a buy here because he's got his Blade Storm online too. This is where it's awesome to be able to pull out a set strategy, something explosive or something that you think is going to be able to generate a pick at some point. See what kind of ideas they have. It looks like they want to send Fatinho down mid. There's an alarm bot there, and also Kang just jump spotting.
Updraft
He's so
into
ready.
the sight line.
He's so incredibly ready for that. There are opposite sides of the scoreboard, but now that Kang's on the defensive side, he's gonna have advantages where he can take fights like that. Yeah. Complete read.
Kang, who doesn't have to really set up. He loves to play fluid. Already rotating away from this position. Mid control is the name of the game here for Giants. 7-7. Here we go. Grouping up. They make something with the bonus. It's the big question I've got on my mind. They are contacting, waiting. And here they might strike. Haldor, wow, just escapes with his life. He's claimed the kill and he spots that information out. Smoggy, he's sent flying. He's wide out to the open, but still picking them apart here. Giants can't get that foothold that they're looking for with a spike dropped as well. Notifies everyone. Swarm, converge onto the position. Timing, in and out of smokes. No upgrade for you though.
No, really not that deadly at all. So Giants with a great opportunity to make some damage happen and actually, you know, take the lead for the first time in a long time. And not going to be able to do it.
That's nasty.
EDG with a serious chance here of knocking Giants down a peg or two, but it's their economy that's the one that's hanging a little bit on the edge. There's enough for both teams to be able to buy up for another round. But this is going to be our first opportunity to really see where both of these teams are aiming to put the squeeze on each other.
Yeah, good shot there. Larbot's gone. Beginning of these rounds by Giants has been quite good in terms of just trying to feel out the scope of where the EDG players might be.
Smoggy is also holding his 0 point for at least 5 seconds at the start just to see whether he hears any kind of fast play happening over towards A. He didn't at all, and instead used it for information towards Catwalk. They've got a decent idea, I think, that this is looking towards B. Some kind of B split might be on the minds of EDG right now. They still have 3 players here.
Yeah, nobody is going to have his dart up in a few seconds. Hit a shock darts. And a swarm broken here. Standard flood now right back into the site. Switch. Not quite hit, I don't believe, as well, so the door won't be closing just in this moment. They do take a bit of a breather. Pump fake. Here's a dart flash into the back. That is going to be lighting them all the way up, but they are getting right into it. Dart doesn't connect onto too many. Holding onto lane. Kang seeks to respond. Confirmation on the one here, but site's going to be granted to them.
There's that hyper-confident flood, Brent. Hyper-confident flood from Kang to be able to get in and grab somebody from behind. He gets another onto Rhine.
Not worried about B main control this entire time. Great opener. Reposition of Hoodie. Everyone is low for Giants. Has to be the shots hitting. Smoggy. Flash. A dash to really avoid here. And look at it. It's cut up the placement entirely. Nuki towards the back. Can't win his fight. Can't win his ones.
A great round from Kang there, utilizing all of the resources at his disposal. Partly the distraction from those B-site anchor players. Kang just runs through. Everybody on Giants is focused on getting rid of the site anchors, of getting rid of nobody. And Kang comes through, he's able to grab one from behind and then waits for the flash, the dash, and gets set up to be able to close things out. Giants found success in terms of getting there and getting the people who were dug in removed. But they didn't have enough resources or enough players available to also be watching for people flooding through. Usually in those kind of spots, you want a player up towards, you know, market tucked, or somebody still B main. Somebody that still has eyes on a player that tries to make a move like that through spawn or through market and help out the B-site anchors. This is a lot of pressure on Giants. They haven't really been in a spot like this. First time at an international tournament. Like I said earlier, Fatinho had a chance potentially to take Giants to a couple of these before, but just failed at the final hurdle. Now he's here. They performed incredibly well so far in this match, really bringing it to one of the teams people are most excited to watch.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of expectations with this series in particular was that EG was just going to be setting their way through the uppers in their group, battling off against Paper X, but it's Giants who have really put up a decent fight. Again, you know, harken back to a lot of the watchers in EMEA. Could be saying, you know, I told you so. There's potential here with this Giants squad. Didn't show much of it in LTQ, because they had a rather easy path to get here, but they've tested EDG. They're a couple of steps away.
Kang wants to take a fight in mid. And this is the one where the eco's broken.
You can hear it. Footsteps rumbling. But now they slow it all the way down, though. Surely it gives them an indicator. It's moved off. Howdong's caught. The paranoia out into his hands. At least Kankan gets the one, and there is that response. Straight through tree. Nuki! He can't win it. And now, what a transfer! Smoggy delivers with a vengeance.
Every player on EDG there that got a kill was hitting some absurd shots. Kankan missed the timing a little bit. Cautious, perhaps, about the fact that they were going into mid instead of down catwalk after the early information, but he hit a disgusting flick. Oh. And then Smoggy closes it out with beautiful spray transfer.
Hey up. We're playing on.
Yeah, I hope we don't see some kind of tech timeout for spilt water all over the keyboard.
It's fine. He's testing it out. See him wiggling the mouse. Kankan pushed off and away. Giants drop down. Get into the Sheriffs, just a one rifle.
They've been nasty in these Sheriff rounds though, Bren.
Yeah, they certainly have. Definitely damage done as well. Straight through the wall here, but a close corner angle. Chichu is watching for it. There's no way he's holding close. What is this? Not expecting this. Maybe a flash or something, I'm not sure. Utility that was waiting for smoke in, retrieving the gun, but they do not get out of it. The goods are guarded. Kankan pushed himself back onto it, just sees the shoulder. Does he try and go for it again? He doesn't have a dash. This is so bloody brave.
They are barreling into Howdong currently, who still has his paranoia available. Going to counter the one out of Rhyme.
He's going to buy some time critically here.
Stuck! They are stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Breaking them down. Hunter's Fury is excellent. Stops them from really being able to scale through. Get the knives out, the right click. I'll do it. Conversion onto the kill. 30 seconds. Flick!
30 seconds.
And a hit. Kankan, another dash now active and earned, but it's not needed.
And EDG are looking to style on him towards the end. This is the first map where they've actually had the comfort to be able to go for the more flashy stuff like that. But Giants with those deaths have got up to some big ultimates. Null Command and Lockdown both came online as Hoodie and Nucky hit the deck. That round already got a little strange, but there wasn't too much danger there. Giants absolutely need to win this one. That's obvious. EDG are one away from being at the match point. But they've got the tools to be able to do it here.
Gotta see it. No command.
That's so fast.
That is very fast,
That's
very early.
so early.
Hoodie's using it. Clear out towards A.
Wow, they're planning to go up through grass here? Look at that smoke from Rhyme. It's so deep.
Deep dart over the top of tree as well, just trying to clear it away. Howdong falls. It's Kankan. Opportunities granted to Smoggy. He just can't quite hit it. Chichu! No way! The ace denied, but he's done enough.
Has he?
Nuki. Has he indeed? Eating my words.
Look, he went for the reload and didn't quite manage to pull it off there. There's still a minute.
Bullets left.
Did he hear nobody? I think he's just knife out walked the entire way.
Waiting for the sound cues. It's brought to the one-on-one. Critical, crucial, but he doesn't expect it. Nobody brings him to 12.
Match point.
I've got to see that again from Chishu. What is this? We were watching Smoggy in Hell, who distracted everyone.
Ludicrous.
He's just burst firing. There's no concern there. There's no panic at all. He just slowly goes from target to target, bursting a couple bullets at a time to be able to take them all out. The composure is bonkers. And that stopped Giants dead in the tracks. 5 chances to win this one for EDG.
Kankan ready to disrespect Smoke. There it is, dash forward, slight misstep.
Doesn't even get punished.
Claimed. Yep, no punishment. They know he's there. Dumping Util into him, Chichu. And Howdong, they seek to help him out. They have killed 2. Straight down mid, Giants, this is an opening. Can't let this one slip now. It's for the series. Stay in it.
Giants already expended so much of their effort trying to make a comeback happen on Bind, trying to drag things into overtime. It was a monumental comeback there. They almost managed it. Gave it everything they could. This is going to have to go even further. They need 5 rounds in a row, including this conversion of a 3v3, where both teams have made the same gamble to end on B.
Yep, stacked up. This could just end in an absolute fight here. Skirmish There it is, Paranoia. It connects onto the one, there's an anti-glass position. Hoodie swings wide, takes them all out though. The lockdown still needs to be played. You gotta respect this one. It's miscommunication. Entertainment not there. 1v1 for Tinio. Red Bull clutch. The series continues.
We got this.
What a savior he's been, up at the top of the scoreboard there, finding moments for his team. It got so chaotic there. Similar kind of way that EDG played that. They are so confident to just go for contact re-clears all around the map. They know they've got the confidence advantage. You see EDG on defense grouping up and just walk pushing areas, surprising Giants with their timings. It's going to take another couple before EDG have any form of a broken bye. This is going to be a rough grind the entire way if Giants want to take this to OT.
Push to the brink. Dancer used early on here. Deep alarm bot actually into B main. That'll be spotted out and broken. EDG, what are you going for here?
This is what I'm talking about. The confidence is just absurd.
Yeah, gotta respect that though. Gotta back away. They give up mid position. Smoke drop down Kang. Will he be the difference maker once more? We've seen so many moments from him, but they are grouping up right into his sightline. Smokes drop down, but it does not cut off him. Does not cut off the sightline once more. Paranoia. It goes wide. TP out to the side. Damage. Is it going to be done here? Over towards the dark cloud. He has shut him down and cracked open the sight.
Do they anticipate Haldong and why?
Smokes there. He's fired off shots. They got to know he's there at least. Hoodie, yep, spotted. But does he remove him? Did he make an active effort towards this one? EDG still here, containing.
He's got to ult away, surely. He should have taken the timing by now.
They have to clear him. Haldong! He's ripping away the hopes and dreams. And it's left to Hoodie. The only chance left. The flash blinded up. The space is gained. EDG, a tap to force the fight. Doubled up once more. Knife is too short. Only the one tag, only the one kill. But EDG have done it. It's 13 to 8 to finish. Hard thought the entire way. But EDG, they move forwards.
And a fated meeting against Paper Rex is going to be incredible to watch. Because no matter how close this got, no matter where things were, even when it looked like situations were utterly unwinnable, there were moments in this game that would baffle, confound, and surprise anyone that's watched any Valorant. And I think for Giants, this is a really good start. Of course, they're going to be gutted that they didn't take the win here today, but they showed an amazing game plan, incredible individual form, and they could have potentially made a comeback on one of those latter two maps to make this a series that could have been a major upset. They were there almost the entire way through, trying to keep things level and forcing EDG to push to the brink and actually win this one.
The victory is all EDG's. Exultation as well from the crowd. Take a bow. They've earned their first win. We'll see if it's the first of many. With the way they're playing, I sincerely hope so.
Yeah, I mean, even the map that they lost on Split, they had some great ideas. Giants just came prepped with an anti-strat that worked incredibly well. And that broke a 20-map win streak for these guys on Split. So it feels like the maps that we haven't seen them play, like Ascent, they still look really good on. They have so much that's working well. A lot of reasons to be excited for EDG.
Yeah, still plenty more matches left to play as well. That's us done with this series as well. We're going to hand it over to the desk now to take it all away and set us up for that third series of the day on top of it.
Thank you so much, fellas. Appreciate it. Excellent cast as always. And wow. EDG and Giants put on a show for all of us here in LA and everyone at home. But it was EDG that walked away the victor 2-1. What a close game that was, Sean.
That's an amazing game of Valorant. Yeah. I think both of these teams just played at an S-tier level, and it's so crazy how stacked Group A is. We thought it coming into today, but man, after watching today's matches so far.
And I just want to say, anyone who is doubting Giants moving forward, you need to check your eyes, because that game proved that Giants not only can hang with the best of the best, but I mean, damn it, they could have even won that series. Yes, it did get a little out of control on Ascent, but Baby Bay, you know, there were some great plays.
They fought hard every step of the way, and being down a lot, you know what I mean, in that last map, and bringing it back, that crazy clutch from Patino, who just swings out and kills the CT guy. It's just insane. Like, this map was just crazy, and honestly, I feel like it could have gone either way. It really came down to like that pistol round clutch from the boy Haodong, man.
Oh yeah,
like, that was so impactful.
But also Smoggy, he has, you know, all credit to this guy. Talk about a role player. This young man was the sacrificial lamb in maps 1 and 2, and this time around he sets up his team. He gives. I know we have some stats to show for it, but this guy was nuts.
Dude, yeah, you're talking about the setup. Remember the B retake? You know, Kang, he pings the ground. He's saying, I'm going to cloudburst into here. You see the flashes come over, the paranoia come through. It was so well done and well orchestrated on the retake. But then you see the spray transfer. I mean, like, this team is so unreal.
Yeah, they truly are.
From him to go like on this feeding role where it's just like I'm the entry and I go in first and everything, to like be the support player that he had. Like, he had so many assists that half.
Yeah, it was nuts. Awesome to watch. Everything you could possibly ask for, but that's going to do it for us here at the desk. For now, though, let's go ahead and send it over to Yinsu, who's got the man of the hour. It's Kang for our Verizon post-match interview.
That is right. The atmosphere here is absolutely electric because of this man right here, Kang. Thank you so much for joining me, and Iris as well. Thank you so much for joining me to translate. Now, Kang, how did it feel to win on this stage in front of this many fans? They were all cheering for your team and you from the very beginning to the very end.
首先恭喜你们拿下了比赛胜利，在拿下了这场比赛之后，感觉怎么样？尤其是在所有为你们支持你们、应援你们的粉丝们面前。
就拿下比赛，感觉特别开心吧。就是突然我们身边的5个选手，就是我们上台上的5个选手，都能够发挥出自己最好的那种水平吧，当然就很高兴。而且今天我们队伍有个超人。 然后台下那么多粉丝观众们就那么的激烈的欢呼什么的，我们都感觉在心里吧。但是特别是刚上台的时候，发现那么多人为我们欢呼的时候，就今天第一次那种感觉就有点小紧张。
Definitely after this win, I feel really hyped. Also, the 5 members of us, I think because of the cheers from the crowd and all of us performed to our best form today. Also, there's a Superman within our team today, so I want to shout out to him. Also, when we were on the stage, I really felt that there's such a big crowd cheering for us. So I felt like, oh, at that moment, I was a little bit nervous, to be honest.
I can imagine that now. Kang, every map was super close today, every single one. So how did you and your team feel like you managed to stay focused and mentally strong to win this?
因为今天其实每一张图都非常的接近，很刺激。想问一下，你们在每一张图当中是如何做到稳住心态，去一直很冷静的、很集中的去完成了每一张图的比赛呢？
就是我们这次比赛主要目的就是打好自己的东西嘛，就是我们根本不 care 对面到底要出什么招，我们打好我们的，在我们眼里他们就是 trash。
I would say the main goal for us at this tournament is to play our own game. To be honest, we don't really care what strategies they're going to pull off. In our eyes, they're basically just trash.
Oh, wow. Okay. Woo! Spicy! Is it getting hot in here or is it just me? Now, last question. Your next opponent. Paper X, Kang, you'll remember exactly what happened at Tokyo. We all do. Maybe revenge time, but the question I want to ask you is that Forsaken earlier on this stage said the way that you beat Paper X, the counter, is to out-aim them, is to aim better than Paper X. Now, your team, you guys are pretty good at aiming, yeah, I would say so. So would you agree with that? Is that how you plan to beat them?
因为下一场你们比赛的话，将会对阵到的是 Paper X， 相信你也印象非常的深刻。毕竟可能会让你回想起来东京的时候，也许对于你们来说是一场复仇之战。那在之前的话，其实 Forsaken 有在这个舞台上面提到过，唯一能够打倒 Paper X 的方法就是对枪比他们更加优秀。那 EDG 其实也是一支对枪非常优秀的一支队伍，所以你会如何看待这场比赛呢？以及你赞成这样的一个说法吗？
我不赞成，哎，其实也还好吧。相比他们刚，我觉得是我们有的。为什么？就是因为我的5个队友都是超人啊，我的4个队友都是超人，我们都是超人，凭什么不能赢 PRX 啊？中国有句老话，事不过3，这一次 I will show it。
in terms of aiming, I definitely would stand a chance to win against Paper X. And there's a saying in Chinese that never repeat the mistakes for over twice. So this time I'll show it. I'll show to Paper X that we can do it.
I believe in you, Kong Kong. I believe in one more time, everyone. Kong Kong. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. This is just the second match of the day. Fnatic versus Bilibili is coming right up.
This EMEA squad has a chip on their shoulder, but honestly, I don't think EDG gives a damn. This is going to be an excellent matchup.
EDG, they have taken up all that space, and they are not aware of it. Shuts that down with the util out in their hands, and they are putting the squeeze right onto them. How on earth has he done that? That is ridiculous. Hesitancy, but EDG finally getting into it. Double satchel over the top, right into his face. These timings and a sense of it, they just miss each other still. Players towards screens. Kang give the people what they want. It's the ace and the pistol. Pandemonium at its core, and it's left down to this. Players are done, damage is done. Can they collect the kills? 40 seconds. You can slow it down all the way. Arms dropped! And G2 is the back-to-back Red Bull clutches. We are going to overtime. Called them out in the open, and nobody left again to do so much. Surely there's no chance in hell. Seekers pointing into a direction, opens it up, 1v1 into new box, 14 bullets, but still 30 health, and Vitinho finishes the job.
Giants eventually get it done, but it took everything.
Oh damage is done. Orbital strike though in response, and yeah, that's cleaned up. Still
no time. No time.
Oh my goodness! No way. Day here, another tap, forcing it again, just trying to get these open sightlines and open fights down. Nobody wasn't expecting a third player. Kang in the cage. He reacts in time. Cloud spotted. Does he really go for this? Yes, he does. Kang instantaneous. They don't have showers control. You're going right into the more because Kang is still watching. There's no way. In the smoke with the no scope.
And that's how.
Oh my. We are going to map 3, and EDG, they made them work for it all the way to the finish line. Into the back of the site, Cloud has got so much more to do here. All the way through with the right click, it's Kang.
He just keeps getting overwhelmed.
Takes him out, operator there. Still sailing, beautiful flash! Right into it, that doesn't connect onto too many, holding onto lane, Kang. And look at it, it's cut up the placement entirely, Nuki towards the back, but EDG have done it! It's 13 away to finish. Hard thought the entire way, but EDG, they move forwards.
Little moments of joy are not so little. They are pure joy. Therefore, treat yourself. Come to Andalucía.